Hello everybody, welcome to my live. I'm going to show you today how to make the lovely lavender paper pumpkin kit, which just arrived on about the 17th of January with me. So here it is in a good old paper pumpkin box. Sometimes they're fancy. This is the standard box, so we'll get out all the ingredients that we need. It comes with everything that you need except a pair of scissors. So what I did was I went through my box already and I sort of put aside everything that you need to make each kit. And if I get out the instructions, they very nicely show you what you need to make each card. So the stamps, I've already gone ahead and put those on my block. When you get your first kit, you will actually get a nice acrylic block, but because I've got so many in there, the ergonomic ones, just for ease and speed for the video, I went ahead and put those on their blocks. You get the glue dot, you get the dimensionals, you get the ink spot. Ink spot's great. Every colour has an ink spot. I'm actually going to be using my larger pad today, just again for ease. It comes with some linen thread in this one, and because I've been a paper pumpkin person since it started in March of 2013, I've actually got these two little rolls, so you'll see me using those instead. But of course this is the one that came with the kit. It's not like, oh, she's got plenty, let me not send her any more. So like I say, the only thing that it doesn't have is snips. Well, scissors. Stampin' Up scissors are called snips, so that's what we'll use. So I've already went ahead and punched out all the greenery, and let's go ahead and put everything we need together in one place. So this will come out of the middle of there, and then we use these for two separate cards actually, so we'll put that aside. We need this green, we need the little stamp, and we need some of the cord. And I think it says 12 inches, and here when you say it has everything you need, even up the side of the instructions there's a ruler. So when you need 12 inches you can just measure it out. Ta-da! That is the 12 inches that we would need for that one. So let me get back to where I need to be. The second card. Now, as you know, I always try and do a little bit of extra with my cards. So the second card technically is this. It folds in half and makes a card front. What I did with mine was I went ahead and I cut it in half, and then I backed it onto a piece of Highland Heather cardstock because I want to be able to spread my cards out and make more. There will be lots of posts on my Facebook, as you can imagine, when I've accomplished that. But in the meantime, instead of scoring this in half, cut it in half, I've already backed it onto a piece, just so I've got this left for a future project. So let's just pretend that that's one whole piece. It needs the piece that we just punched out of. We need the greenery, the heather, and a little greeting. We will need some glue dots. Glue dots are little black dots, and dimensionals are the big white ovals. And we're going to need some more of the twine, so we'll cut that momentarily. And then the third card is, it looks like this. It's got the lovely big square with the purple. It's not gold, it's got purple foiling on it. We need a love. We need the piece of lavender cardstock. We need the stamps, and we need a little W. There we go. And some more greenery. So we need two lavender greeneries, well, lavenders, and one greenery. So that's everything we need to make each card. So let's get back to where it shows us how to start card one, and this is what you need. Just push those out the way just momentarily. Now again, because I'm going to be making future cards with these. The instructions say stamp the greeting on here, so that we can go ahead and do. And it says just a little something for you. So we'll stamp that in the purple. And that's that done. So we'll close that for now. And then what we need to do is get some glue dots and put them onto the back of the greenery and attach it to here. We then need to wrap the cord in half, put it through the hole and make the topper, and then this will go on. As you can see, it's two big open circles, so that means 2 dimensionals. So you would stick 2 dimensionals on the back of here and put it on, and that would be a lovely little tag with the tag topper that you could attach to something that you want to give your friend. So that is the first project out of the box, but again, I'm not going to make that because I don't want to have to peel it apart to make it into something perhaps a little bit extra further on down the line. So, hey Beth love, you made it! Woohoo! Hey Matt, Heather! And Ellie said Mary. Don't know why I want to go by your middle name, but hello Heather. So that's how it would look. That one's actually quite a simple one of the box. So we'll pop that off to one side and we'll move on to project number 2, which I will make. So this is the one that's supposed to be the solid crumb cake, as you can see. And what we'll do is we will attach the 2 big pieces to each other. So we'll get the glue dots back that I just flung across my room. And you can see we're going to put a dot on each of the front of the green. So we'll put a dot and a dot. And then we'll put a dot on the front of the lavenders. And we will attach these together. So we'll take the backing off the green and build those together. And then what we'll do is we will have those, whoops, peek out, as you can see, from behind. Ooh, this is wibbly wobbly. Have them peek out from behind so it looks like that. So what we need to do is actually peel the backing off those 2 glue dots. Make sure they haven't moved drastically in the meantime. And then what we'll do is we'll stick lots of dimensionals. You can tell the dimensionals because they're hollow. I love dimensionals, and I always mention how many we get in the paper pumpkin kits. But wow, whoever invented this one, they must have thought, oh, Arsenal will love this. It involves a lot of dimensionals. So there we go, that's all of them on. So we'll quickly peel their backing papers off. If anybody wants a part-time job, you can always come and work in my house and be the person who picks up my backing papers because they get everywhere. And then we're going to layer that onto the front of here, and actually covers all of the brown. But look how pretty that is already. It's just like, oh, I love it. And then we're going to stamp the Happy Valentine. So we'll bring in the white piece of cardstock. We'll bring in the Happy Valentine stamp, which here's one I made earlier, Blue Peter style, onto my acrylic block. And we'll stamp that. Easy peasy. Close that so we don't stick our elbow in it in the meantime. And then it says 12 inches of twine. So again, using the measurer, or I can use it on my grid paper. We'll cut ourselves 12 inches. and one little glue dot in the middle of the back. And then we have to just double it back on itself. Third it, I guess. Yeah. So 4 inches. I don't know, perhaps my math teacher would be very proud of me that I can work out that a third of 12 inches is 4. So we'll stick that on there like the picture shows. Perhaps their cord wasn't as wibbly as mine. And then what we need to do is stick a dimensional on each side, as you can see. Oops. And peel that off. And then all we have to do is make sure we've got it on each side. Oh, I think I stuck mine on lefty style. It doesn't really matter. And then we'll go ahead and attach it to the card. And there you have it, finished article. That's not so bad, is it? So we'll pop that off to one side. And then moving on to the third card. This one looks a little bit more involved with the stamping. So we are going to make the whole card. So we'll fold it in half. Give it a nice crease with the bone folder. And then we will get the lovely purple encased, ooh, that's very small, extra piece with the foil surround. And we'll bring in the stamp. So get open the ink. Stamp it nicely. And plonk it in the middle where the picture tells us to do that. And then we'll bring in our extra little piece and stamp the width on it. Now here's a challenge for you. I've got a little block. You would have to be very careful if you were to put this stamp in the middle of a big block. If it was me, I would put it more at the edge. If you don't have any different size blocks, put it at the edge, because then you can control it a lot more. If it's in the middle, you don't know where it would wobble. Put it diagonally in the corner, and then, like I say, you can keep more control over it. So that's that. So we've got all the pieces gathered together. We've got this, and we've got the love, and we've got the greenery. Oh my gosh, there's quite a few moving parts with this one. Considering the first one was just like stick this, stick that, this is going to be quite fun. So what we need to do is, we've got the greenery, we now need to stick down these lovely pieces. So we'll pop some glue dots onto the back of them. Let's just see where it suggests you put them in the middle, and these just get 2 towards the bottom. 1, oops, 2, 1, and 2. There we go. We also need to get a little bit of cord, so we'll bring that back into the fray. Since I threw it across my room, again it's 12 inches. That almost looks like they've tied a bow. I'm not quite sure what we're supposed to do with that, but you know what? Let's be a rebel and tie a bow, because I don't know how else to make it stay in the shape that it's trying to be. So we'll go ahead and stick everything down. We'll stick the greenery on. Stick the 2 lavenders on. Just make sure it doesn't go over the top of the card, because it will not fit into the envelope if you do it too far up. And then we're going to go ahead, I'm going to actually attach the glue dot, whoops, to the base. It's just easier to do. So we've got that, and then we'll assemble this. Now we can put glue dots on the back. What I'm actually going to do is just use my rolling adhesive because it's a little bit faster. And we'll put the love on there. We'll find the width that we nearly lost. Stick a little bit, whoops, stick a little bit of rolling on there. So we've got with love, and then it's showing that we've got 3 dimensionals on the back, so we'll bring those back in. Pop those on. Actually, I think I'm going to go ahead and stick this down first. So again, you would use the glue dot, so I'm just going to use a little piece of adhesive in each corner to simulate that. Pop that in place, making sure that if your lavenders have gone higher, that they don't exceed, otherwise your card's not going to fit into a standard envelope. And then we'll peel off the backing papers of the dimensionals. Pop those on. So there we have it. So we don't have the first one, as you know, because we cheated and we pretended it was done and everything was just laid on top of itself. But the second one was done, and that's the third one. So I think that is such a lovely, lovely set. It coordinates with the lavender suite. I'm going to be doing a lot of samples and they will go up on my Facebook pages soon. I had to save my kit until I'd done this live, so that one's been accomplished. I will come back and I will show you what I make with lots of the other things. There's gem blings and there's cables and there's extra patterns of designer series paper. The whole suite, which is available in the spring mini catalogue, is just unbelievable. So check it out. If you like what you've seen, give me a nod. If you need any supplies, let me know. I would love to be a demonstrator. And last but not least, thanks so much for watching.